Together for my dear friend Pooja Makhija.
A very good evening to everyone present here, and very warm thank you to everyone present here. My friends, my family, my Nourish team, my clients, the members from the press, thank you so much for your immense love and support that you have always shown to me. That's the reason I stand here today. Thank you. When God blessed us with our first daughter, Ahana, and then our second, Amira, they in turn gave birth not only to parents, but also changed the way my husband and I saw life. Or rather, how I looked at nutrition. When you have children, not only are you responsible about who your children become, but also what they have to eat every day. And then you suddenly realize how much easier it is to change habits for children versus adults. I mean, I've always tried with the same nutritional principles to teach all those people around me, my friends, my brother, my sister, my mums, my dads. But let me tell you, it was far easier and the easiest to teach my little girls. Eat Till Eat Junior grew as my children did. It evolved as I evolved as a parent. It developed as my children did. The book did not only come into being because nutrition is crucial to growth and development, but what is most important is it has to be caught in time. It has to be taught to the child as early as possible so that he can learn these values from the very beginning. All the training that I gave my girls, the nutritional games, the tools, the principles, the culinary skills, the flops, the mistakes I made, they're all part of Eat Till Eat Junior. And I do hope you enjoy reading it as much as I and my writer Gayatri enjoyed writing it. Thank you all again for coming and enjoy the rest of the evening.
And welcome to have a rather enjoyable evening up ahead. Pooja, why don't you take a seat? We'd like to now invite our two very special guests for this evening. They have one very big thing in common. They both have recently become brand new parents, wading the murky depths of parenting for the first time. First up, the mother of little Mira Kapoor, this glamorous and intelligent star wife of Shahid Kapoor, is an alumni of the prestigious Lady Shriram College and is interned with the United Nations. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mira Rajput Kapoor. Up next, the father of twins, Ruhi and Yash. He is a director of blockbusters, he's a producer of hits, he's a quizzer of stars, he's the launcher of careers, and he's the entertainer of millions. He is one of India's most prolific representatives of one of its most prolific industries, the Indian film industry. He is, I'm sure, a great father, but I know he's a fantastic son. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Karan Johar. All right, first up, asking the new parents. How is parenthood? How has it been so far? How are you coping?
I think Mira has a heads up, so she should answer it first.
Right. You go first.
I'm thoroughly enjoying this new phase of my life, and I think parenthood is extremely fulfilling, and I think all of us on this platform can agree with that. And I'm extremely excited to be sharing this space with all of you here, and I look forward to it.
Parenthood.
It's everything that everyone said. It's daunting, it's exhilarating, it's shocking in my case.
Karan is more practiced at this speech, so you have to excuse me.
No, it's just everything that I thought it would be, and yet everything that not. Like I still look at them and can't believe they're mine. And I'm just blessed every morning, literally by their presence.
You know, I'll tell you this, and I feel this every single day. I look back at my life and I look at my son and I keep saying to myself, this is the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
I really feel that, and that's I think what parenthood does to parents. You know, becoming a parent.
I always say that they're the finest Dharma productions, literally,
Yes, indeed.
and otherwise.
And I think having one and extending your family only makes you more whole. So I think kids are the greatest gift.
So, what kind of relationship have you had with food when you were younger and what do you expect, or how do you want to carry that forward for your children? Or what kind of relationship do you want them to have with food?
Well, when I was young, food was my sibling. Because with the lack of one or the lack of any other options available to me, I decided to befriend food. And all I did was consume that friendship in excess. And as a result, I grew into a very large human being. And all I did was think and eat and breathe food. And it became like so difficult that there was no therapy at that time. But I know that I was definitely a candidate for therapy to get over my incessant food eating habits.
When did you become objective and when did you cut those ties with that sibling? And when did you have a healthier relationship?
Well,
When
I
did you
think
start having a
my
healthier
relationship has been through so many ups and downs with food. Like there's always stress in that zone. It's never really left me. Which is why I think books like this and people like Pooja and forces like nutrition are so critical that at a young stage you don't get, and you know they're kids, they should have fun as well, they should enjoy what's great about food. But I think there are so many indulgences that we tend to kind of get into that I think that can be completely avoided. You know what you don't expose them to, they're not going to like love. In my case, I was half Punjabi and half Sindhi, so food was a very big part of our daily life. And if it wasn't on the table, it was on a discussion zone. So we either talked about it or we ate it. You know, that's what we did. And I think food should not be given that kind of importance that we tend to in our country. You know, everything is like, at lunch we discuss what we're going to have for tea, at tea we're going to discuss what we're having for dinner, and then you sleep with thoughts of breakfast. So it's really kind of like goes into a loop of sorts. And I don't want my children to kind of go through those issues that I did.
How are you going to play this differently? How are you going to make sure that lunch you're not going to be talking about tea or dinner?
Because now there is so much else to talk about. There is so much else to say. Also because with me you get two for the price of one, so I'm playing mother and father in this dynamic. So I have a double role to play of sorts. So for me it's even more daunting and even more like, and I've realized that I've told myself that I'm not going to be a hysterical hyper parent because I see so many of them around me, and especially leading actresses who become mothers, I think something happens to them. You know, they become like from leading actress to paranoid parent, and I feel like I don't want to be that. When I see young mothers like Mira, it's refreshing. And I'm glad I have them, like, they make me feel younger because I feel like I have a 23-year-old to call for parental advice, and I feel that's amazing. And Mira and I have chatted a lot, and I'm glad that she's going to be, and I told her already we planned the best friendships of our children. Like my daughter and her daughter are going to be best friends. We keep the options open with the son. Because you never know, why should we give those ties to boys and girls? But I just feel I'm so happy that eventually in a play group and in a WhatsApp group, I'm going to be the oldest and yet youngest member. I'm really excited. I can't wait to get onto those mothers group chats. I can't wait.
Karan is open Dharma Elementary now.
Yeah, I'm all set with a little playroom in my office because that's how I'm going to be able to spend quality time with them as well.
Lovely. What are your thoughts on nutrition and what are the kind of challenges you faced nutrition-wise as a new mother?
I think for me, the biggest challenge was feeding Misha right from when I gave birth to her. Because like Pooja said in her book, for the first few months of a baby's life, you are the menu. You have to be so careful when you're feeding your child.
Anyway.
you have to be so careful when you're feeding your child. Everything that goes into your mouth goes into your baby's stomach. And it's extremely, it's something that's, you have so much responsibility on your plate, literally. There were so many things that I wanted to have, but I couldn't, because I didn't want Nisha to be crying with stomach pain. And at the same time, I wanted to have enough nutrition so that I can give that on to her without depleting myself. Because everything that you feed your child eventually goes from you. So I had to nourish myself, so I had to nourish her. And that was the biggest challenge for me. And I actually came to Pooja once I was almost weaning Nisha off, and most of our discussions halfway through went to, okay, what should I feed her? What can I give her? Because, I mean, we started our diet and, you know, that...
Figure yourself out.
That was simple, because then I didn't have to think so much and I didn't have this big responsibility. And she would say, you know, you can start it like this, baby led weaning this, that, you know, the advice is unending. But the best part was that her advice was so simple and easy to put to use that it wasn't that stressful.
Pooja, when is the right time to start inculcating the correct food habits in children? And you know, you're the mom of 2 girls. The right body image. Body image is something we talk about so much. When is the right time to sort of instill that in
So the right time to teach them the good and the bad and where you need to sway is when they obviously can learn and understand a little bit. But children, even when they're little, are watching everything. Even when they are not being able to express, they watch. Like I mentioned in the book, my younger one was just 2. Was mumbling a few words and could get through whatever she wanted to tell us. When she noticed that when Mama ate her food, a little plate of salad always came along. And when she ate, that food didn't come. So she went marching to the kitchen to find out why she doesn't get it. So so as parents, we are role models. So if we can try and set the right example, they're learning even when they're little. But of course, when they were a little older, 5 and 6, I taught them about the 5 fingers of nutrition, what the milk does to them, what the protein.
5 fingers of nutrition, please tell me.
So we have.
I'm really worried. This is something very scary. The 5 fingers of nutrition.
They are the 5 pillars.
I thought a hug is what all I had to offer. Now I have to show them 5 fingers.
You just have to make a fist to make a healthy meal. So your 5 fingers are your carbs, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals.
Okay.
Just that simple.
They don't know the 5 fingers, okay.
No, I've called them the 5 fingers because it's very easy to teach them then that if there are 5 fingers, each meal needs to make a little fist. So if you manage to put a little bit of all these nutritious factors into your plate, you've done a good job. So I taught them that when they were very little, and now they can look at a plate and they can say, Ma, 2 fingers missing, 1 finger missing. So and they teach that. So that's when I realized that. There's so much potential to teach them, because then they went about teaching their friends. They went and corrected Nani's plate and they said, Nani, what are you eating?
Yeah,
this is only 1 finger.
Get you off very quickly.
Yes.
From the diet.
Yes. So that's the magic to teach them, and they learned it so beautifully. That's how Eat Dilly Junior came into being, because I realized that it was so simple to teach them, and they absorbed it, imbibed it, and publicized it. Again, but however, coming to body image, that's another very important area, because when you talk too much about good food and being in shape, you don't want to take them the reverse way and they're fearing food, or they're fearing...
Now, a lot of girls at a very young age are fearing food, fearing getting fat.
Correct. So what we're trying to teach them while they're little is that food is not making them fat. Food is what's giving them the energy to play that game. Eggs are what is making them grow tall and the hair. So we're trying to teach them that food is their fuel. However, you can't go on too much when you talk about don't eat this or you will put on weight. So you never go negative when you teach them. You always go positive and say maybe we eat a little bit less of this and eat a little bit more of that. So that they don't fear the food and they don't get the image that I don't want to put on weight and weight is negative. So it's not that I need to become overweight or unhealthy. It's just skewing them more towards health and factors so that they don't fear food so that food makes them fat. So they see mom when mom eats rotis and rice and breads and noodles and pasta, and you don't have to fear food to look the way you want.
Who takes the nutrition decision as far as your Karan?
There haven't been very many.
Who is telling them about the 5 fingers?
I will have to be. Me and my mom, I think, we're pretty much the universe.
Karan knows all the formulas and everything at the back of his hand. He knows what rupees take in.
I did a lot of reading, I think, before it all happened. But eventually, I mean, you know, these daunting pieces of information I'm putting into the recesses of my head. So I'm going to definitely be reading because, I mean, initially Pooja was just making you delete what you eat, but now we have to like eat, delete, chew here. I think that's what needs to happen from now onwards.
But you know, nowadays schools are teaching children nutrition. In fact, every time I bring out a pizza, my son says to me, "Mom, I'm not eating junk food." And I'm like, "Sometimes eat it. It's okay." But that doesn't happen. So, what are your thoughts on now it being a part of the syllabus, the education syllabus?
I think it's great that we're teaching our kids how to eat right, but at the same time, I think we should teach them how to eat in a balanced way. So just like we have the 5 fingers, we also have the 5 evils or the 5 demons, and it's okay to let them come in once in a while, as long as we exercise.
Now I've been told that we're a little short of time, so we're going to move from the 5 to the 3. There are 3 rounds coming up. Do you know about this, Karan? You have no clue.
I've been born. But I already want to kind of say that I accept defeat from Mira.
Once you get defeated.
That's fine.
Okay? So this is how it works. There will be 3 rounds. It's a best of 3. Whoever wins 2 out of the 3 rounds gets the grand prize. We're going to take you where you take other people, right?
Whatever that means.
Whatever that means. And it's going to start with a blind test.
Oh God.
So you're going to be blindfolded and 4 baby foods are going to go into your mouth. And you have to guess what they are. So the blind test, and then Mira's going to do
I'm terrible at this, I want to tell you. I've never
Let's
guessed.
just see.
I might
Okay,
surprise
I'm going to
myself.
Karan, you can't say that you've never been blindfolded.
Okay, I don't know if I signed up for this, but what the hell. Yeah. Is it Mira getting blindfolded as well?
Yeah, but was it the second round, right?
This seems like 50 Shades of Grey. I thought it was a children's book. What's happening here?
Karan, it's only me.
Yeah, I know, but still, I can fantasize, Mandira.
Okay. Okay.
Is something going into my mouth now? Yeah? Ah. Can I have one more bit? Yeah. I know this.
Come on.
It's a fruit. Oh. It's a fruit. Why don't I know this? I'm going blank. I know it's a fruit. You want to tell you it's apple? Okay. Banana.
Well, you're not... Okay, fine. That was right, but you're not supposed to help. You can't say it.
I thought it was you mixed the two together.
All right. You get one right. Somebody's keeping score, I hope.
Apple and banana.
It's apple, banana, mash.
Okay. No one told you I'm allergic to banana, right? I break you to hives. That's fine.
Yummy.
Yeah. No. What is this? This I don't know because I don't like.
He doesn't like it, he doesn't know, so...
What is this? What is it?
It was mashed sweet potato. Very good potato.
No,
Moving on to number 3. Now you gotta like this.
This is yogurt, is it? No. What is it?
Okay.
Oh, this is little sabra I had.
No, sorry, you got this wrong as well.
What is it?
That was avocado.
This is avocado.
And here we are with the last
Can I
one.
judge the cooking?
It's just mashed avocado.
Okay, now.
This is the last one. Number 4.
It's like porridge or something. What is it?
Oh, sorry. You got that right.
Is it right?
So you got 2 wrong, 2 right. You can take the
Mira just get 2 wrong, yeah. I don't like to do this.
You can take the slide.
Can I?
Mira, your turn.
She get all 4 right, I know it.
What's the bribe, Karan, for me to get the 2 wrong?
Oh, I already gave you the hamper, Mira. What more can I have?
Alright. Number 1.
Tastes really good.
Not easy.
Can I give another bite?
No, you can't give a hint.
Yeah, I can have another bite.
Another bite.
I don't know what it is.
Come on.
Give me this
It's yum. I just can't figure out what it is.
I don't know what it is. Can you put
It's
that in my
delicious,
mouth?
Pooja. Give me 1
I don't know
point.
what it is.
Okay, you don't know what it is.
It's is it like it's a fruit?
Oh, I think is it? Can I say?
No,
let
it's
her
my
guess.
turn.
She gets it wrong, you get it go.
It's like papaya,
No, wrong.
melon.
What is
Okay.
it?
Is it like apricot?
And she already got it wrong. It's kiwi.
Kiwi. Okay, listen. Kiwi and mango. Who's gonna guess?
Mango, you can guess.
Yeah, but it's with kiwi.
Oh, it's kiwi and mango?
Yeah.
Nah, hello. Yeah.
Next one. You got it really difficult. You made it quite hard. Yes.
Listen, Pooja, I think you're giving me the harder ones.
Very good. Someone.
Okay guys, how about this? Got 2 ingredients. You can
Like
one
veggies. I
Yes.
think have veggies
Yes.
and some kind of oats.
No.
Wrong. Press that red thing. Yes, you got it wrong.
Veggies and
What vegetable?
carrot
Okay.
and
You have to give it wrong.
yeah, carrot.
It's carrot and beetroot.
Carrot and
It's a different
beetroot.
taste to actually
Yeah.
decide for when you're blindfolded or otherwise. Okay, third one. Easy peasy.
Apple.
Apple.
Cinnamon.
Apple cinnamon. Bang on. Okay, now you're currently at a tie. You got to get this last one
This
right.
is the tiebreaker.
This is the
Better
tie.
get it wrong.
Round 1. Oh, round 1.
There's one terrible thing always there.
It's a porridge. Yes. It's got like some nice ghee in it, and it's ragi.
Oh my God, that's a good one. Well done.
What does ragi taste like? Huh? No, I don't know. Not at all.
That's amazing. You win round 1. Well done, Mira. Okay, now, if you thought round 1 was difficult, wait till you see what happens in round 2.
Excuse me, ma'am, here. Ma'am, here. Here, ma'am. Center, ma'am, center. Here, center. Center. Here, ma'am.
ये पकड़ना है।
A big thank you once again to Karan and Mira for being such wonderful sports. Karan, your cooking skills do not leave a lot to be desired. You were pretty good out there, but you know, she just did a neater job. That's all it was. Don't feel bad.
No, I'm not feeling bad. I was very happy to concede defeat to Mira.
But your tasting skills leave a lot to be desired.
Not to be decided. I already gave you that disclaimer about my tasting abilities. But thank you. And I have to say a huge congratulations to Pooja on this beautiful endeavor. And I think to most parents out there, I think who struggle with information of do's and don'ts when it comes to food, this is your Bible from today. And I wish Pooja and her entire team all the very best. And to Mira, I have to say she's the gorgeous youngest mother I know. And I can't wait for my daughter Ruhi to be best friends with her daughter Misha.